So, you were somehow handed an older 17-inch laptop and wondered if you could game on it. That's what we're going to look at with this Toshiba Satellite L875D series laptop. Powered by an AMD APU, this laptop, released in 2012, had acceptable performance for light usage. But if gaming is in your future, the stock A10-4600M APU wasn't going to cut it. So I upgraded the laptop to the A10-4600M APU. Featuring 2 processing modules with 4 threads running up to 3.2 GHz, and a Radeon HD 7660G GPU with 384 stream processing units at up to 685 MHz, this APU is one of the best that AMD had to offer in 2012. How does it fare in 2020? Let's find out. The tested laptop screen comes in at a 1600 by 900 resolution, making it the target resolution for all the tested games. Games that require lower resolutions to be playable will be noted. Starting off with a couple of CPU tests, leading off with Cinebench. The A10-4600M scores 175 in Cinebench R15, and it scores 345 points in Cinebench R20. Performance in day-to-day tasks, like web browsing, is respectable, and the A10 is capable of 1080p 60 YouTube playback. The first of the tested games is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. With the low settings at 1600 by 900, CSGO runs at about 25 to 30 FPS. Rocket League is next. The A10 struggles to achieve 30 FPS with low settings. Running the game at 720p doesn't significantly increase performance either. The A10 was more than capable of managing medium settings with anti-aliasing turned on in Medal of Honor 2010, with frame rates of over 30 FPS and often over 40 while playing the single-player campaign.
Roger that. Make it count.
Xonotic's frame rate can vary wildly depending on how intense the action is, but with the high effects preset, 2x anti-aliasing, and 2x anisotropic filtering, you can expect frame rates above 60 FPS. The A10 can handle a 720p resolution with anti-aliasing enabled in Urban Trial Freestyle with frame rates around 30 FPS.
Excellent. Score. Bonehead.
Unreal Tournament 2014 proved to be too much for the A10 to handle at any resolution, with frame rates often dropping into the single digits. However, Unreal Tournament 3 was no problem even with max settings. Expect frame rates over 40 a majority of the time.
Double kill.
Fortnite proved to be problematic on the A10. While the game appeared to post a decent frame rate at 720p with the lowest settings, graphical glitches were plenty, and sections of the map had missing collision maps. Perhaps maybe unplayable at best? PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was also unplayable. With the lowest settings and an effective resolution of 896 by 504, frame rates rival a PowerPoint presentation. As for emulation, the A10 should easily handle game consoles up to the original PlayStation and Nintendo 64, and popular arcade games up to the 1990s.
Round 2. Fight!
Finally, can it run Crysis? This infamously demanding title more than gives the A10 a run for its money. 720p with the low preset are the settings you'll want to use if you want a playable experience.